Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick video because we've been adding a lot of new features to the promos pages over the last few weeks, and I haven't really announced them, so I think a lot of them might have been flying under the radar. So I just wanted to point out some of the new things that you'll find on these promo pages. So the first thing we've got, you can see over here, we've got this show countdown radio button. A lot of people have asked since we switched to the new site if it would be possible to add back the actual date and start time for events rather than just the countdown. So now we can do that. If we click on the button, you see over here it switches to date and time. And if we switch back, it goes to the countdown again. Now, the date and time are based on Eastern Standard or Daylight Savings Time, depending on the time of year. We don't have the option to put in your own time zone for that. But hopefully, between this and the countdown, you should be able to figure it out easily enough. The next thing I'm going to point out is the filter option. So we have upgraded the way that the filters look. If you remember, previously they were at the top of the page and it didn't look great. This is a big upgrade, if you ask me, at least in terms of appearance. The filters themselves are basically the same as the filters that we had before, but at least now with them alongside the table, you can actually see um, as you're applying filters, you can see them the changes happening over on the right hand side, and that should make it a little bit easier to use, I think. Um, on the sports promos, I actually think the filters have a bigger impact if you go to the promos view. So the default view is events, and it shows you all the events that are coming up. And then if you click on the event, it shows you the promos that apply to that event. If we switch to the promos view, it's kind of like the reverse of that. It shows you all the promos that are available. And if you click on the promo, it shows you the events that that promo is eligible for. So with this one, I think the filter plays an even bigger part because what we can do now is open up the filters and we can filter by sport. So we can quickly see all of the promos that are available for NBA or whatever other sport on a given day. So this is really useful, and we can close this down to open up the full table here. And if you remember the old promo page from the old site, a lot of people have said that they preferred that one. And I think one of the reasons for that is that everything was in one place. You didn't have to click on every event. And this is the kind of equivalent of that. You can just see all the basketball promos for the day in one screen, or obviously with a scroll, and depending on how many are available, you might have to go to the next page. But you've got that. You can also uh, sort these by the market time. So if you want to have all of the match odds promos at the top and then all the multi promos will appear below it, that's very like the old promos page that we used to have. And you can also sort by EV and by all of these other columns. Um, you can also filter here just to see all the promos available at a certain bookie. You can filter by EV, all of these things. And I actually think these filters on the promo view also have a bigger impact if we switch over to the racing promos page. So over in racing promos, we've actually added a couple of new filters as well, which I think you'll like. So if we go down here, there's now an option to filter by track. So I can quickly bring up all of the races and all of the promos for a given track. So that's one thing. And then the other option that we've added is the ability to filter by max runners. So this would be particularly useful for like the Tab Touch Super Pick. I can quickly see, I want to change that to 0, and I can see every race today that has 8 or less runners. And I know a lot of people, or some people at least, have been using dynamic odds to basically achieve this same thing. And if you're paying dynamic odds for that, well, you don't have to anymore because we've got it right here. Um, What else do we have here? I think the only other thing that I wanted to highlight is when you're adding promos. So this add promo option has always been here. Um, but what we've done here, when you're adding a promo, so you can select, this is for racing, so I can select all races or a specific race, depending on where the promo applies. But I now have this drop down option in the promo field. And if I select that, I can see all of the standard promos are here. So bonus bet for running second, second and third, second, third or fourth, and so on. We've got all of these options here. If I click on one of these, you're going to see that not only does it fill in that field, it also fills in the refund field, the strategy field, the EV field, well, those three. So it fills in 4 in total, which means it's much, much quicker to quickly upload any promos that you find. And as I said, we've been still working on these promos pages. We're still trying to make them better and better. We're trying to make it easier for people to add promos because we really do want to make sure that Bonus Bank has the most complete database of bookie promos, and we want it to be uploaded as quickly and as accurately as possible every day. Obviously, we do that ourselves with the staff members. But if we've got other members uploading promos as well, then that's going to make things even better. So I just want to highlight again that we do have that option for people to do it. And if you click on the ranking, you can see who has been adding promos and how many promos they've added. And we are going to be crediting basically 50 cents per promo. So if you upload, let's say you upload 20 promos over the course of a month, we're going to add $10 of account credit, and that means that the next time your subscription payment comes out, it's going to be $10 less. And I think everyone's aware of how many promos there are in a week, so there's plenty of opportunity to start uploading promos and reducing your bonus bank subscription and helping our community have the most complete database of promos anywhere. And as I said, thanks to this new feature we've got here, it's really quick to add them. You just have to select from the drop down, choose the race it applies to and the bookie, and that's basically it. So hopefully we'll get more and more people doing that. If you guys have got any other features you want to see added or any thoughts on the ones that I've shown you today, just let us know and we can work on it. Like I said, we're always trying to make things better and we've got lots more in the pipeline, but we're always happy to hear your ideas. Thanks, guys.